Okay, name a pair of triangles in the figure. I just want to point this out right at the start. I'm curious how many triangles you see here, because it might be less clear if you don't know. So let's just point them out. We've got this triangle. We've got this triangle. We've got this triangle, and then we've got the triangle made up of the red and the yellow. Red and yellow makes orange, so let's highlight that around the outside in orange. And we've got let me just do that a little bit better so you can actually still see the colors of the other ones. And you've got what the blue and yellow make together. Blue and the yellow make the green triangle. Fun with colors. So we've got 5 triangles there. There's the red, there's blue, there's the yellow, and then there's those larger triangles that I've surrounded that are made up by those that do make your orange and your green. Okay? So they want us to pick a pair that are congruent and tell why they're congruent. So we first have to determine what's helpful and what we know. So I'm going to get all that junk out of there, but hopefully you see those different triangles existing there, and we can talk about them. Okay, so what do we know? Well, let's first examine what's given to us, so then we can find out what's valuable. We know that NP is congruent to OM. Notice that goes all the way down on those triangles. Okay, so it's kind of indicating that we're going to be dealing with the larger triangles that are those two added together. Okay, what else do we know? That MN is congruent to PO. So we've got 2 sides of those larger triangles, and conveniently, because they are overlapping, we actually have a shared side down here at the bottom, which means that we then have side, side, side congruence. Side, side, side congruence. Okay? Name the pair of triangles in the figure. So what I'm going to say is that we will have to line up the sides, the vertices, in such a way that we get the sides lined up. So let's take the triangle on the left, starting here at N, triangle N at the top, going down the red side to P, and then across the yellow to M. That will be congruent to triangle starting up here at the O, going down the red side to M, and then going across the yellow to P. There might be other ways to name that, but that they should agree with what we've just written there. And that's the congruence statement, or the pair of figures that we're naming and why they are congruent. There's other information if we somehow didn't first examine what they gave us to find out what would be useful to know afterwards. You might make the you might have the awareness that, well, if we were talking about the longer triangles that are the smaller ones up top, like not the full triangle, but the big long one up there at the top, that might be helpful if we knew that those 2 vertical angles were congruent. But based on what they gave us, they really gave us 2 sides of the triangles composed of the little small triangle down here and then these triangles. So because we had those 2 sides, we really want to establish that 3rd side. And then the vertical angles here are not really relevant to us because those are not angles of the triangles we're talking about. So just looking at the answer key, I see that the answer key names those angles as M and P, going from the last to the first and the second is congruent to P, O, M, and of course by side, side, side. So we're done.